All right, another episode of Conversation After Dark. Tay, what's up with you?
Everything's great with me. What's going on with you?
It's all good. It's all good. Tell people where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversates After Dark everywhere. And if you have a topic you want us to cover or you want to be a guest on the show, you can reach us at CVAD the podcast at gmail.com.
That's right. Go to our website, conversationafterdark.com. You can listen to our past episodes. Yeah, check us out. Share it with your friends. So, Tay,
Yes.
let's do the icebreaker.
Okay. We did Biggest Pervert last week. You want to do something different or
Let's do the sexy 69.
okay.
It's very cold in Dallas today, so so 69 degrees, 69 action, even though 69 is such a waste of time. But
Okay. Do you like pulling hair or having your hair pulled during sex?
yeah, I like my hair pulled. um, I do like pulling hair. It's something that I added to the repertoire, over the last few years. Maybe, I don't know. I became more sexually open-minded once I got into my late 30s, 40s. So I don't know why I never did it until then. But yeah, it's cool. And the reason why I like it is because I'm a pleaser. And I have found that many women like when you pull the hair, as long as it can be pulled. Like if they got the tracks in, they don't want you messing up they tracks or whatever. Even but some women, even if they got that weave, they was like, you can still pull it. Just make sure you don't mess up my weave. So I don't know. I tend not to do it because I don't want to have to pay for to get it replaced or fixed. But yeah, I like it. That's why I like the natural chicks because you can definitely pull that hair.
There's ways you can do it with the weaving, but yes, I do like having my hair pulled, even with a weaving. It can, I just have to. I've learned I have to teach people how to do it.
How you teach them to do it? Like educate the listeners.
Well, as long as the guy, I'm usually open with this anyway. When I'm wearing my natural hair or something that's not mine, I just tell him to grab, like he has to actually grab the track, not just pull it, because you pull it from here, you might pull it out. So like grab the actual track and pull. It gives me the same sensation. I don't know about anybody else.
Ain't that gonna like loosen the track though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay,
Because you're not, if you pull it from this way, you will.
okay. But if you grab like the actual plat,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you good. Okay. So we got a lot of ladies chiming in on that, and TJ says it's overrated. Yeah. TJ, you got a short hairstyle though, so maybe that's why it's overrated for you. Stacy said many women like hair pulling. I am this woman. So Tyler said I like it for sure. Wait a minute, but TJ says she is me as well. So okay, I thought you said it's overrated, but now you're saying it's you as well. But what I found is pulling hair while hitting it from the back is the best way to do it because what it does is if you do it the right way, it makes her arch her back more. And when she arches her back more, you're hitting that spot. You just like really, on that spot. Is that why you like it pulled, or is it just being manhandled is the reason is why you like it, or all the above?
All of the above. I like being manhandled at times, and that pulling the hair does, make your body moving in different ways.
Got you. Oh, okay. So TJ is saying 69 is overrated. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
She's agreeing with me. My bad. My bad, TJ. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. So, but speaking of,
Yes.
uh, you know, pulling and hair and all of that. So there's a post going around social media today where this lady was in the chair. She was at the beauty salon, and his brother was washing her hair.
Oh,
And
yes.
while he was washing her hair, she was going through the theatrics, and apparently it was giving her the orgasm. She was feeling real good. Me personally, I think that she was putting on is because like why are you recording? I think a lot of stuff on social media is staged nowadays. People do it for clicks and stuff, and I think this was it too. But I saw where a lot of women said that, getting their hair washed at the beauty salon can be something that's orgasmic. You ever had that happen to you, Tay?
I've never had an orgasm from it, but it is, I mean, having people play in my hair, wash it, um, it is a great sensation. That woman, to me, it seemed like she was putting on too, but there are a lot of great sensations that come from having somebody just massage your scalp and when they're massaging the shampoo in and all of that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You ever got moist?
No, no. And maybe that's why I think that the woman was faking because it's never happened for me like that. But people are different, so you know.
Mm. Yeah. I go to a barber where I get like the full on experience. She's a woman,
Mm-hmm.
but I get like the facial and neck and shoulder massage and all the things that go with that. And now I'm somewhat immune to it. I appreciate it. But when I first went and I've had massages, I said before, I get massage for men because like in order to get the therapeutic benefit of a massage, there's not a lot of women who have hands that are strong enough to you know, really massage like a big grown ass man like me. It's like, she can do stuff, but it's like putting on lotion. But and a man can touch me for 24 hours and there ain't nothing. My dick not gonna get hard. It's fine, right?
Mm.
But I went to my barber. She's married, so I gotta tread lightly. Um, and she put her hands on me, man. And I ain't gonna lie, but she rubbed my ear, and she got big, strong hands too. She's very feminine, but she's just, got big hands and strong hands. And she started massaging my ears and my neck. And I ain't gonna lie, tell you, my back kind of got stiff. I was like, oh, oh. I had to get my composure.
Okay.
I had to get my composure, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely didn't show out like this lady did, you
Yeah.
know. Not at all. Not at all. What they saying in the comment? They said, listen, I would make all these noises, but I understand that lady. Stacey said she didn't make all the noises, but she understands. Have you ever been somewhere where a woman was getting a massage and you seen some stuff like that happen, Tay?
I've never even seen it. Now from a massage, I can see that happening. Because a massage is going typically is going all over your body. So it's hitting those different areas,
Mm-hmm.
whether intentional or not. I can see that happening from a massage. It's just the hair thing. But again, people have different erogenous zones.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
That ain't never happened to you? You never got a massage and you got and what?
No, not a massage. So, I haven't been waxed in a minute, but when I get waxed, I usually get a Brazilian. So that means everything goes off. There
Oh,
have been times I've never had an orgasm, never, had any any responses that anybody could tell, but I got aroused a few times. So
now see, when I said that, and so women's response was like, hell no, that's not the same thing. It's that's painful. But I mean, I had like my chest wax, like my barber that I talked about, like she offers a bunch of services. So she asked me, like, hey, listen, will you be willing to get, your chest wax? And I thought it would be painful, but it's not comfortable, whatever. But I
Mhm.
couldn't imagine getting like my dick hair waxed. That I'm sure that'd be something different. But I saw somebody on social media talk about whenever she gets waxed, she get moist as fuck. So
Yeah.
is it the heat from the wax, or is it just her touching it? Ready?
The heat feels good. There is pain, so I can agree with the women. And it depends on. I've learned that it depends on who does it and how they do it. Because there was some place I used to go in Virginia, and there were two women there I used to go to all the time, and I swear there was no pain. There was no pain. But I went to some other places with some other nationalities, and it hurt.
You heard you lay down. You heard you lay down.
Huh? But for me, I think it was the combination of the heat of the wax and I mean, like they have to move things around. And I know it's not intentional, but they do, especially for a Brazilian, because you're taking everything off means they got to go in and everywhere, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
So that makes me think that what do they call them? Damn, I'm having a brain fart. What do they call a lady that does waxing?
the bikini. Oh, you talking about the
Esthetician.
esthetician?
That makes me think that the esthetician, they kind of, that's part of they hook. Like I'm gonna go ahead and apply this little, but I'm gonna go ahead and rub her little clit
No,
real quick.
it's not like that. They're not
Uh,
rubbing, but
uh,
I mean, they do have to touch you
they
and
they
move.
they putting a little pressure on the right spot, We need an extra tip.
Oh god.
Stacey said that shit hurts. So she disagreed with you, Tay. That it
There are
hurts.
certain areas that hurt more than others. I will say that.
Got you. Darren said, Tay, I'm old school. I like a little bush. I ain't gonna lie, Darren. I'm with you, man. I came up in the 80s. I didn't start fucking. I wasn't fucking in the 80s. I just started fucking to the 90s. But I'm used to seeing a little TWA, teeny weeny afro down there. So, it's all good. But I do appreciate a good Brazilian. TJ said, years ago, I used to sport a crispy ass fade. My barber always rubbed my head. The sounds I made in that chair. Okay. Okay, TJ. All right. So Tana said, what did she say? I just lost it. Hold on. Bikini waxing is hella painful. So everybody's saying it's painful. Stacy, the heat actually feels nice. The pulling of the strips with the wax is very uncomfortable. So I guess the heat, is actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Stacy said they spread you like a turkey about to be stuffed. I got some stuffing for you, I got some stuffing for you. But yeah, I mean, also that wouldn't be embarrassing though. I would have to think. Like I couldn't imagine being like on a massage table. I mean, some people just don't care, but being on a massage table and then, being rock hard and how awkward that would be. Especially if you're not at a place where they giving happy endings.
Right, right. So have you ever had a happy ending? That just popped into my head from a
Nah,
massage place.
no, I haven't. I haven't. I've never paid for sex.
Okay.
I've never had a hand to hand transfer for sex. Like leave it on the nightstand. I I never did that. Now I didn't pay the phone bill or a light bill or two, but you know what I'm saying. I didn't pay the kids football fees before, but I ain't never I ain't never paid for sex.
Is that considered paying for sex?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get a happy ending, unless they just feeling you, you're paying for that.
Okay.
Now, when I lived in Houston, Houston is the king of the massage parlors. That's like the home of the massage parlors. And you can always tell with the massage parlors where it's going down because like they have limo tent all over the windows. Like when you walk up, that's how the ones where you can tell it's going down. And I lived in Houston for 8 years. When I first moved there, the guys was like, hey, like, they don't get caught up in the massage parlors because this my luck. I ain't worried about the police and getting arrested. You know what would happen?
What?
I'd be up in that motherfucker and Channel 9 News be doing some expose.
Right. Your face be all over the news.
And they come in here with the night vision goggles and shit. And I'm highly recognizable. Ain't like they're gonna be able to be like, nah, that wasn't me. Yeah, that was you, Marv. So down in Houston, they and I know a few dudes, they be like, yeah, I go on lunch break, get a little young jack and get jacked off real quick and go on about my business. Said they was real good with it. The love me long times. They might not be good at the estheticians, but said you go in there, they get you tight, wash you off, and put some baby powder on it, you back to work.
Okay.
I'm doing too much tonight. All right. All right, well, TJ said he said hand-to-hand transfer. Yeah, I ain't did no hand-to-hand transfer. You know that old school, leave it on the nightstand. Now you can cash app. Cash
Oh
app
gosh.
info. Yeah, I didn't pay the light. Hey, you ask any dude, they didn't pay the light bill. They didn't pay the light bill before. They didn't pay the phone bill. And most of y'all didn't have a phone bill or light bill paid for while we keeping it real. Okay.
When in a relationship, I've never done that with somebody I wasn't in a relationship with. Now I did get my car fixed.
You got your car fixed as payment. Did you give him some ass
No.
payment?
It wasn't as payment. He did me a favor, but I mean, you can. I don't know.
Wait. So you need your car fixed. And he came through.
Hmm.
Did you pay him cash or did you like just come
I
on?
didn't pay him back at all.
Were y'all fucking before then or did
Yeah.
okay. All right. That sound like a porn scene. Like I came here to check your oil, ma'am.
No, no porn. It wasn't like that. We were already, you know,
Okay.
he just wasn't somebody I was in an actual relationship with.
Got you. So Tana said, I'm puzzled why baby powder is a signature post hand job garnish. Sound like you've done a lot of them, Sultana. Danielle said, I sure have. I was definitely in a relationship though. Yeah. And then Stacy said, where is he and is he single? I think she was responding to something that TJ said she got trips to Europe. Now, if I fly you to Europe, you definitely fucking listen.
Yeah.
I, if I fly you to Europe, you have either fucked me or you are going to fuck me when we get like soon as you cross customs, like we got 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Or you about to go back.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of going out of the country,
Hmm.
there's something else on social media where this sister was in Jamaica. And I've been in Jamaica once. I did the whole Bob Marley and Dunn's River Falls and all that stuff. But there's like this place, I don't know where it's at, where you always see sisters taking their IG photos when they're on the bamboo rafts and the
Hmm.
guys are, paddling or steering them down the river or whatever. But this particular sister, she was on the raft, the bamboo raft, in the river, and dude had a bikini pulled to the side and the brother was just rubbing his dick. my bad, rubbing his penis on her vagina. I'm getting
Hmm.
too wild tonight. And it was crazy because he was rubbing it on her, but then he like, I guess he would try to like sneak it in, but then she was like, nah, don't put it in, don't put it in. And then like at one point she was just like, go get a plastic bag. And I'm like, a plastic bag? Like, you mean like a grocery bag, or you talking about a rubber? Like, it was just, it was interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, if you let somebody rub it, all in between your lips and stuff, like Taste esthetician, you know what I'm saying? He moving stuff around with his penis, but you don't want to put it in. In my mind, you might as well let him put it in. I mean, shit, he done rubbed the STD all over the pussy. You might as well let him put it in. Shit.
Oh
But
my.
so when it came up, people said, so basically Jamaica is just like the Dominican Republic for ads. So Jamaica for women is just like the Dominican Republic for men. I always thought that. Do you agree, Tay?
That's what I've always heard. It didn't happen for me like that. But I will say when I was over there, the men are extremely flirtatious. So I could see it going down like that. I don't know. I know a couple people I know one woman who met her husband over there. I don't know if that was part of it. I don't know if that's how they met.
She
I
went
don't
over there and
know.
got her groove back. She went over there and got her groove back.
Right.
I say this. I've been to Jamaica once, and I did notice that the men over there. So I went over there with my wife at the time, and I just peeped how they was mad friendly with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker look good, but she don't look that damn good. So I could tell they used to running game on American women.
Hmm.
And I actually know some women. They said, "Yeah, I went over there. I went over there solo. I went solo to Jamaica, and they was straight up and down about it with the intent on getting digged down." Now I don't know if they was getting digged down by the Jamaicans or by somebody else that was on the resort that was with them, but I don't know why sisters try to deny it. You think it's that pressure of not being labeled a hoe or a freak because you.
Of course.
I mean, but if you a hoe in the States, what's the difference between being a hoe in the Caribbean?
Or maybe they're, I don't know for sure, but maybe they're not in the States and maybe that's their way to be that. And, nobody knows because you're in another country. You're not even, you're on a whole nother island.
I guess they said the STD strains in Jamaica is different than, than in the States.
I don't know. And then I don't know what the plastic bag would do because anything that's on the plastic bag is gonna get inside of you. So that makes no sense.
That was a mess. That was. Now listen, like we say on this show, we don't yuck nobody's yum, and
I'm gonna jump that.
that might have been a fantasy of hers to get banged out on the raft or have somebody rubbing their penis on her on the raft, or maybe the spirit just moved her. But
I guess.
there was a lot of judgment when it came to that. Let's see what people were saying on this. Okay. Y'all some gangsters. Stacy said, if I buy you a popsicle, it's going down. Okay, Stacy. She said that Jamaica video was disgusting. Stacy, we don't yuck anybody's yum now. Sultana, I definitely got flights paid. The only international was to Bahamas. It was a wholesome relationship, though. Yeah, right. Danielle said she buy a piece of gum. You gotta give it up. Y'all wild out here. Let's see. Hold on. TJ said head on clit feels so good. That true, Tay? Dude
It
rubbing
does,
this.
it does.
All right, y'all some freaks. Uh let's see. Danielle said they are definitely flirtatious in Jamaica. And
Mhm.
Darius said he's in South Africa right now looking for a happy ending. Just kidding. Yeah, right, Darius. Let's see what else they got. Sometimes said the Jamaican brothers are hella flirtatious, and you can tell they're used to being successful. Absolutely.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
they can be aggressive if you don't, shut it down right away.
Absolutely. Stacy said nobody wants to be an international garden tool. Why not?
I
Why not?
don't know about that. I think there are a lot of women who would prefer to be an international one than a local one. Like I said, I think because they're local, I think sometimes I'm not sure. Just speaking from some things I've heard, I think sometimes when you're local, you may be a fear of running into somebody or you just never know. But internationally, nobody knows you. You can change your name. You can be a different person. You can have a whole persona. You know.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of judgment for everybody who goes international. I mean, there's a lot of judgment for the passport bros, right? So the passport bros, I'm going to Brazil, I'm going to the Dominican Republic, and the women there are much more submissive. Are they really, dude? Or are they just like, in a situation where you're taking advantage of their financial hardship? You a lame in the States and you go over there to these other countries, and because there's some potential financial gain, whether it's on the nightstand after you get done, or you bring them over as a mail order bride, they're able to look over your lame ass, whereas the sisters in the States see, no, you just a lame.
Right. That's
So
what's like in for the passport brothers, whatever. They deserve the judgment because of their reasoning. The whole thing with putting down American women.
right. You're right.
But
Absolutely right.
I don't know.
Now,
I
if
have
they were just going over just saying, I just want to fuck exotic chicks, then okay, cool. But you're exactly right, Tay. By saying, now these American women don't want to listen, so I
Mhm.
go over here. That's what makes them lame.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what. But see, I'm just not, I'm too cerebral when it comes to sex to enjoy participating in prostitution.
Hmm.
Like, we talked about it with Dr. Hicks. on the show, and where she said that prostitution probably should be legalized, because if we did that, there'd be better health care for the women or men who are a part of it. There'd be less human trafficking if it were legalized. So I'm not against paying for sex. I just don't personally do it because I'm very mental, very cerebral when it comes to sex. I'm not a demisexual where I have to have emotions involved. We talked about that in the last show, but I like to make love even when I'm not in love. And part of making love is tongue kissing and doing all those things. And you're just not going to do that with somebody who's getting paid to slob on people's knobs for a living. I'm just not, I can't do that. I'll probably be flaccid.
Yeah.
So, if you're just paying for sex, would you pay for sex, Tay?
No, no. I mean, it's too easy to get. So, I mean, for free. So there's no reason to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Um, I lost my train of thought.
It's all
Was
good. I'll read some comments while you think about it. TJ said the skin of the meatus is so incredibly soft and smooth. She said, "Oh my damn." TJ having a moment talking about rubbing that penis on that clit. Alicia said it's not worth it. Those international SD strains may be a beast. Okay. Danielle said facts takes away the judgment. She's agreeing with you, Tay. Let's see. Sultana, the passport shit is predatory. Those women were trying to feed their families. Hey, honest, that's very factual. And Stacey said, but with protection, do what grown folks do. I say,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
No, that's not
And I've had opportunities to pay for sex. Like I said, to leave it on the nightstand sex.
mm-hmm.
Um, you know, sometimes at certain strip clubs, not all strip clubs, certain strip clubs. There's certain strip clubs you could tell they a hoe house,
Right.
old school hoe house. You could tell. You know how you could tell, Tay?
How?
It's my friend. She's bisexual. She taught me that. She was like, when you go in there and it smells like vagina,
Oh, okay.
whole house. Like you can, how sex smells. She said
Yeah.
when you go in, she said that's how you know it's a whole house. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be damned that she was not lying. You could, yeah, you you could tell, But my crew doesn't get down like that because we are like minded. But I have been with other guys, and I'm so lame when it comes to it. I remember I was out on a work trip with this dude, and we were hanging out, we had dinner and then, had some drinks. And he said, shit, I'm about to go fuck. And I was like, I knew we had never, both him and I both had said we had never been in this particular city, right? And I was like, you met somebody? When you meet somebody? I've been with you all day. I didn't see you talking to nobody. He was like, he looked at me like, no, I'm about to call somebody and have them come through. And I was like, ugh. All right, bro. Well, be safe. Be safe. Have you ever been on a girls' trip, Tay? And have you ever been on a vanilla girls' trip, Tay? And one of the chicks that's on the trip was wanting to wild out while the others were kind of like, no, being judgy like people were talking about this post. You ever been where one chick was like, shit, I'm trying to get digged down where the other chicks was trying to be judgmental?
No, not like that. I've been on like with travel groups where people are hooking up. But they're usually hooking up with people in the travel group. But I've never been on a trip with any of my friends and anybody has wild out like that. Now the trips I've been on where people have gotten wild, and this I'm saying you for vanilla people is getting wild. It's just going out and having a lot of drinks for my friends,
Mm,
not looking for somebody to actually have sex with
mm.
for my friends.
TJ corrected me and she said It's called meatus, and that's the medical term for the penis head.
Oh,
Meatus. I did
learn
not know
something
that.
every day.
I didn't know that. Okay. All right, TJ, educate them, you know. Um, then she said vanilla trips are all about the drinks.
Yeah, that's what I said. The getting wild is about the going out and drinking.
I think most hoes travel with hoes though.
That's possible.
And,
I,
and be mindful, y'all. I'm not saying hoe in a derogatory way. I like hoes, you know. I do. I do. I love hoes. But and I'm not saying it in a misogynistic way. I mean, I just do. But yeah, I don't think hoes is going with squares on girls trip. And if they do, that's the last time they're gonna do it.
yeah, I mean, I've heard stories of people going on trips with friends who wanted to wild out like that. And it's usually like a okay, we're not doing this no more type of thing. It's
Mm.
usually the last time.
Yeah, I think for guys, um, you got dudes who are cockhounds, you know, we call them cockhounds, who
Hmm.
on always on the prowl or whatever. And then you got, you know, the guys who are just like, yo, man, we just here having a good time, you know, talking shit, laughing or whatever. And, you know, that's really all this. And that's the actual truth.
Okay.
Um, and honestly, the cockhounds don't really mix with the guys who are just out to fellowship because there's just a different mission at play,
Mhm.
you know, when you know you out just like, hey, I got a wife and kid at home. You know, I'm just here for the fellas to, you know, re-energize, laugh, or whatever, versus somebody who was like, yo, you know, we're the hoes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they gotta they gotta get on it. It's just a total different vibe. So the two don't really mix, you know.
Right. Right. I
They
think
don't.
it's the same with women. You know who you can travel with, who's like minded, who travels the way you do. So it's the same.
Are there any cities in the States that people go to wild out and have sex?
I think
Like
the normal Miami, Vegas. I don't know. I mean, that's from what I've heard. I don't. I don't
I could see Miami and Vegas, but I think Miami and Vegas would be expensive.
hmm.
The first one that comes to mind for me is Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta's one of them cities that got high sexual energy, Tay. You know that.
I
Yeah.
take your word for it. I've only been there a few times, so I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, Atlanta, the sexual energy is. I mean, I talked to a chick. We went out on a date, and she was like, "Yeah, I had to get out of Atlanta." And I was like, "Why?" And she was just like, "Man, you know, every party you go to, you know, motherfuckers taking their clothes off, and you know, it turns into. I think there's a lot of lifestyle alternative thinking
Okay.
in the A, or maybe it's just the people that I know.
I mean, so one of the times I went, it was specifically to go to a lifestyle club. So that was a different time. But all the other times I went,
And we need to get
I,
some sponsorship by that particular lifestyle club. We done mentioned them several times in our 51 episodes. So we ain't gonna mention them again.
true, true, true. All the other times I went, like I've been down there for church events. I've been down there to visit friends,
and,
family.
and,
So
and,
it was
and you know they fucking on church events. Stop playing.
not the one I was not the ones I was on.
You don't think they fucking let me stop because they got let me stop.
No, my church has always been small. So if something was going on, it would have been known.
I was thinking like the church conferences.
Oh, well, we went down there to visit the church that we fellowship with. So,
Got you.
yeah.
So that's probably above the you know on the up and up.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
would
I've heard about those huge conferences. Yeah, I've heard. I've heard.
the church conferences, I think is, and you know, I think just let me get out that because I don't want lightning to strike you. Remember, we had the preacher on here, and I don't,
Yeah.
I don't want lightning to strike me, but I think conferences in general are good for hooking up and meeting people. People often talk about how you know I don't get out the house, and you know I struggle meeting folks or what have you. You know, not everybody wants to meet at the club, and I think now that we got grocery delivery, people ain't meeting at the grocery store and stuff like that. But if you can find a conference, maybe if you have a professional trade or just anything, say you're a comic book nerd like me, you want to go to one of the comic cons or what have you. I
Mhm.
think going to a conference and those type of events, that's a very good place to meet potential candidates because I went to a particular sales conference and the whole time I was walking around, I was like, there's a bunch of attractive people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm heterosexual, but the dudes were sharp, they was
Mhm.
fly, and the women were like, I was like, damn, they body down, they beautiful. It was primarily black, the conference. And I was like, and they here, so they got something going for them. At least they're employed and professional. So I was like, hey, this would be a great place to meet somebody. If that's what you're up to. So if you have trouble meeting people, that might be the way to start.
Actually,
Might-
I've heard that that's a good way, way
It,
to meet people.
it definitely is. It definitely is. Then yeah, we're gonna leave the church alone. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems with Jesus. I just don't. TJ said ATL questionable for women. The odds of hooking up with a dude that's been with another dude to quote most deaf is high. ATL is not on my list.
That's what I've heard a lot of.
TJ, I would tell you that probably is true, but I think there are other cities as well, like DMV, where that's a strong possibility as well. But Atlanta, you're right. There may be probably be a higher probability, which is why I would never move there because I'll be winning. It'd be too much. Stephanie said he'll just hang out at the hotel. She said, hell, just hang out at the hotel bar at the conference in your city. You don't have to be an attendee.
Yeah,
That's true. That's
good
true.
idea.
Hey, that's true. We call that parking lot pimping. We call that parking lot pimping.
So
So,
have you?
all right, say about
Oh,
time to wrap up the show. So, I got the nasty or normal today.
okay.
All right, nasty or normal?
Hmm.
Getting raw dogged on the bamboo raft in the Jamaica River. Nasty or normal?
Nasty and not a good nasty.
What? Not a
Yeah,
good nasty?
no. If it was my dude, yes, but a random uh raft guide, I don't know what they're called. Yeah, that's not happening. Mm-mm.
Uh, just because what if he had a condom on?
Uh, I still wouldn't do it. I don't like strangers. I've said that before. I don't like strangers. So
You ain't never had a one night stand?
not in the traditional sense where you meet somebody that day, y'all never met, y'all didn't know each other, you have sex, y'all never see. I've never had it in that way. My situations have always been this is somebody I was talking to, we got to it, they wasn't good, and I was like, that's the last time. That's been my experiences with one night stand.
If you hook up with somebody at a lifestyle party, is that a one night stand technically?
Yes, but I've never, even at lifestyle parties, I've gotten to know people before engaging.
Oh well,
Because we when I was going to them, we kind of hung out in the same
yeah,
circles with the same, so
yeah.
I got to know people.
Well, I ain't get.
Even when we went to Atlanta, the only people I messed with were the people we went down there with.
Well, when I went to Atlanta, I accidentally, got with a stranger. So I guess I've had a one night stand. So I guess y'all could say I'm stranger danger, but it was actually the bomb. But anyway, I'll tell that story on another day. So I can't say that it's not it's not more nasty than what people are doing in the States
No,
because
well, what made it
because y'all motherfuckers is raw dogging people in the US. So I guess if you're just trying to say that, the potential for the Jamaican strain of potential STD makes it, more, but y'all not caring in the States. Y'all raw dogging in the States. So what's the difference?
what kind of put it over the edge for me was her asking for the bag, for the plastic bag. Like
That was ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm slightly a germaphobe too, so that's where my mind is going. Like, where did this bag come from?
Yeah.
What is on this bag that you're going to potentially put inside of you,
Yeah.
your most sensitive area on
Yeah.
your body?
Yeah.
What is going on? So,
I'm hoping that was slang for a condom. I'm hoping that was slang for a condom, plastic bag.
and then it looked like she was, I don't know, from what I can see about those things, you're kind of on rafts with different people on other rafts.
Hmm.
Out. So I'm sure other people didn't, it's not that type of in public type of situation.
Hmm.
So I don't know. That's what makes it different for me.
You never had sex in public, Tay?
I have, but it's been where nobody could tell it was going on.
Yeah,
Or it was a lifestyle event. So there were, I mean, I wasn't the only one.
that's too much of an exhibition right there.
Yeah, I'm not really an exhibitionist, so yeah.
Oh, I forgot. You like to ear hustle and voyeur.
Yes. Exactly.
I don't mind being an exhibitionist. I don't know if I could bang out on the bamboo raft in Jamaica with folks watching. That's a lot. So I don't know. I wouldn't call it nasty or normal. I would just say, well, I guess I'd have to say normal, huh? Since I can't waffle from the two because I'm not judging. You know, I ain't judging. So let's see what they got to say before we go. Uh, as accidentally, yeah. It was an accident, y'all. I did not go to the lifestyle club with the intention of having, doing the grown up. I went with the intention of observing and just appreciating the vibe. And then, it popped off. So hey, listen, I enjoyed myself too. And since then, since everybody's so concerned, and since then I've been tested and I'm good. So and I was protected during the time because I know y'all be judging, y'all judge that poor lady on the raft and all she wanted to do was have some fun. But anyway, tell me where they can find us.
You can find us at Conversate After Dark everywhere. And if you have a topic you want us to cover or you want to be a guest on the show, you can reach us at CVAD, the podcast at gmail.com. Make sure you like this video, share it, and subscribe. And leave us a comment.
That's right. And if you want to come on the show, holler at us. We ain't had a guest in a minute. So all y'all that be in the comment section, you can come on. You could be anonymous. We'll have you on here. We can ask you a few questions about your business. But anyway, go to our website, www.conversateafterdark.com. We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Bye.